Hello everybody. Today I'm going to show you a circular itinerary which brings you to three peaks of the Gran Sasso mountain range. Monte Camicia, Monte Tremoggia and Monte Siella. These peaks are all over 2000 meters above sea level. Monte Camicia is indeed the most popular among the three, and is maybe also the most classic of the hiking itineraries in the Abruzzo Apennines. Monte Camicia, with its 2564 meters, represents the highest amongst the southern peaks of the Gran Sasso range. Like Monte Prena, Camicia has its double phase, double identity, so to say. The south slope we're going to climb to reach the peak is grassy and gentle in its morphology, whilst the north slope is rocky, rough and harsh. It is a very coveted destination for many mountaineers who like to call it the Eiger of the Apennines. The itinerary starts from Fonte Vetica, located in the south side of Campo Imperatore plateau. There are several ways to get there. We can go up from Rigopiano, Castel del Monte, Santo Stefano di Sessanio, or from Fonte Cerreto. Once you get to Fonte Vetica, you need to head to the base of the mountain, where you can park your car at the very end of the road. Some of the paths that lead to the peaks of Monte Camicia, Tremoggia and Siella starts from here. The itinerary we'll go through today is the shortest one. It skirts the Vallone di Bradda, which will be your companion all the way to the peak. On the way back, we're going to take a different way. We'll go down along Monte Tremoggia and end up on Monte Siella's peak, from where we will go back down to the parking area. We will start from there, with 1610 meters altitude, and get to the peak at 2564 meters, so a nice 954 meters gap. As it starts from 1610 meters, this is one of those mountains which, due to the moderate drop and the accessibility of the track, allow even those people who are not too familiar with trekking and mountains in general, but have just a little training at least, to pass the 2500 meters threshold. The hiking presents an average difficulty, suitable for most people. There are basically no hard passes, and the whole duration of the itinerary is around 5.5–6 hours. 2–2.5 going up, and 3–3.5 descending, also depending on your pace and stops of course. These, anyway, are just approximate timings I'm giving you. As far as I'm concerned, I don't go up to the mountains to set any particular record, but simply to enjoy the day out and the landscape. The itinerary begins on the evident unsurfaced track that, starting from the parking area, gets into the middle of the two little woods at the foot of the mountain. The trail marks you will come across are basically the yellow and red ones painted on the rocks, and a typical little stone man. The trail, excavated by the numerous Camicia hikers every year, goes uphill constantly. After about 1.5 hour walk, just before the last bit of track preceding the final uphill to the peak, if you exit the unsurfaced track on your right, you will be approaching the famous balconies of the Camicia. They represent the vertical beauty of its north face. It feels quite exciting to look down on 200 meters of these extremely abrupt rock faces. You can enjoy the whole breathtaking view from the face opposite to the one we are showing today, the Teramo face, from Castelli to Rigopiano. Going back to the track, you're basically almost there. You just need one last effort, and after around 2.5 hours walk from Fonte Vetica, you'll be reaching the peak of Monte Camicia at 2564 meters above sea level. Like on all Gran Sasso peaks, the view is absolutely riveting and fascinating. You can see the Maiella mountain range, the Sirente, the Campo Imperatore upland, the Corno Grande, Monte Prena, and the Adriatic Sea. We can easily say that the view of the above-mentioned balconies and the near Monte Prena are already worth the whole excursion. Now let's take a look at the downhill. Before you start descending, pay attention to a big rock you can see from the peak, which you probably will notice when going up. Well, on the way back, you don't have to get back to that rock. Before that point, there is a crossroads, and you'll go uphill on your left towards the Tremoggia, our second goal. I'm saying this because the crossroads is not well indicated, so you may pass it and go down to the big rock. It goes without saying, if you are tired and you don't feel like doing the full trail, you can simply keep going down on the same track you did on the way up. If you do not decide to go back, it is easy to reach the peak of the Tremoggia at 2,331 meters. Descending from the Tremoggia, the trail zigs and zags and becomes less stony, more grassy and excavated in the ground. Up to the big lawn of Fonte Vetica at 1,994 meters. Once on the col of Fonte Vetica, you can start descending towards the parking area of Fonte Vetica on your right if you're too tired. Otherwise, with the very last effort, you can head up to the last peak of our itinerary, Monte Siella, which is only a 30 meters rise from where you are now. Once you get to Monte Siella at 2027 meters, you can see the track of the path that goes down into the valley of Strega, cutting on the left, with no need to get back to the big lawn of Fonte Vetica. On the way back, you will come across a couple of crossroads, none of which is really important as all trails bring you to the parking space of Fonte Vetica anyway. My only piece of advice if you're in a hurry is to take the left at the last crossroads, so that you won't have to go through the woods. It is more direct that way. You are finally at the parking space, at the conclusion of this ring-shaped itinerary that I hope I was able to explain clearly enough. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date with the video tutorials we'll be posting in the next few weeks. Greetings to all the trekking fans from winter season, and don't miss our next tutorial. Bye!